everyone, it's Patty. Watch PattiMelt. Hope you're having a great Thursday. Today's date is August 14th, 2014. And tomorrow will be my 4-month surgiversary from having my gastric bypass, RNY, and it was performed by Dr. Zane at Kaiser Permanente in the South Bay in Los Angeles County, California. So wanted to come to you with an update. I know I'm trying to get better about these. This is such the busy time of year for me. So monthly right now is about what I can handle. So with that, last month when I came to you, I was at 252 pounds, and so that was at my 3-month surgiversary. Today, I am down to 243 pounds. So I lost 9 pounds over this last month, which is great. If you followed my journey, you know my high weight was 360 pounds, and that was last fall of 2013. I had lost a little bit of weight before starting OptiFast, which I started in January. So from fall to January, I lost 17 pounds, and then from January to April 15th, I was on the OptiFast program, and during that time, I lost 53 pounds. So prior to surgery, I lost 70 pounds, and my starting weight was 290, and today I am currently at 243 pounds. So I'm really excited to be where I'm at. I'm getting close to having as much off from surgery or post-surgery as I was that I lost in OptiFast. And right now, I'm actually 2/3 of the way to my weight goal, which I know I've talked about before, but if I had a number in mind, I'm about 2/3 of the way to that number. As I get closer to that number or to that range, I will probably revise that based on what's most comfortable for my body and the ability to attain and also maintain that. I don't want to do anything that's not healthy. So anyways, one thing that I did do between last month and this month is I actually took my measurements. I hadn't taken my measurements since last January prior to starting to OptiFast. So where I measured was I measured my neck, my chest, my right arm, my waist, my hips, my right thigh, and my right calf. And so amazingly enough, I mean, I had no idea how many inches I had lost, but I'm going to give you the total number, and the total number is 49.5 inches. So I am down 117 pounds, and that's representative of 49.5 inches gone off of the areas that I measured. I didn't, measure my other leg or anything like that, or my calf. So, anyways, that was just so rewarding, especially during those times when the scale's not moving as quickly. And quite honestly, I'm really trying to detach from the scale as much as possible now. I was weighing every day for the last couple of weeks because I was changing some things up in my routine as far as my eating plan and also my level of exercise. So I kind of wanted to monitor it and see what the daily differences were, just so I could kind of keep it in check. But now I'm going to go back to weekly and stick to that because it can get a little frustrating. Like yesterday, I had an amazingly awesome workout. I was on point with my water, my vitamins, my food. And this morning, I got on the scale and I was up 2 pounds. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, that's just crazy. So I know it's water weight and I know it's hormonal and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go back to weekly and stick with that so that there's just a little bit more consistency and it doesn't mess with my head, quite honestly. So I am so excited. Today I'm leaving here in about 10 minutes to go to the Obesity Help Conference, and I'm so excited to be able to finally meet so many people who I've connected with here on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're not able to join us, hopefully you can come to another meet and greet next year. The WLSFA, of course, is next April in San Diego, and at this point I definitely plan on attending that. So there's so many people I would love to see there. I mean, I know the Real Share Bear had her plane ticket ready to go, and we were ready to pick her up today. And Share Bear, just get better and take care of yourself, and know that I promise that we will have fun as if you were here, but we won't let you miss out on any of the experiences either. And, you know, I know that Billy VSG's Journey really wanted to be here as well, and Jennifer Bleacher, I'm sure. So anyways, gonna miss you ladies and miss everyone else, but those of you who can make it, great, and looking forward to a really good time. It's kind of funny. I was unable to sleep last night. I felt like it was, I don't know about you, but when I was in elementary school and about to start school, the night before the first day of school, I was unable to sleep, and I think it was just the anxiousness of, you know, new environment, new people, all that kind of thing. And I experienced that same thing last night, which was really funny to me, because I'm like, oh wow, okay, here I am, 46 years old, and I'm in kindergarten again. So that was good. So a couple of things too, as far as what's going on with, looking at my time here, what's going on with, NSVs. Couple of things. I think I put it on Facebook because I was really, just, what's the word? I was just really shocked in a good way. My wedding ring, I've had to have it sized 3 different times. So my husband said, you know, why don't we look into getting you a new setting? So as some of you know, I posted that on Facebook that at my 100 pounds lost, or it was a little bit later than that, I was probably about 110 pounds, but to celebrate my 100 pounds lost, I got a new wedding ring setting from my husband, which was really, really nice. So here's a quickie flash of it. It's beautiful. He picked it. I thought he did a great job, and it was just really, really exciting. So that was nice. A couple of other NSVs, went to a party of a friend, and you know those plastic chairs that they sell at like Walmart, those white ones, and you know, people use them out on the grass and so forth. In the past, when I would sit in one of those, I was always afraid, because I was afraid it was going to give out, because I could really feel it wobbling. I'd feel the legs dig into the ground when I was sitting there. And then the other thing is I couldn't sit back in the chair. I had to sit on the edge of it because my butt wouldn't fit. So we went to this party, and of course, all 3 of those things no longer occur. And that was pretty big. That was a huge NSV. And my husband, you know, recognized it as well, and he knew so many things have been so uncomfortable, and he's aware of. And so, anyways, he always high fives me, right on. So it's kind of fun. And to my husband, I know I mentioned in my last video, my husband's totally open. My husband is totally open to doing a video with me. So I'm putting it out there. If you have any questions, and I'll put it out on Facebook too, if you have any questions, over the next 2 weeks, we'll do a video together. I would say, obviously not this weekend, but the following weekend, and answer any questions you may have. We've been married, just a little bit about us. We've been married for, well, this is going to be 13 years. We've been together for 17 or 18 years. And we have a daughter. She's actually my stepdaughter. She's 25. She was 7 when we got together. And she lives with us, and has lived with us for the majority of her life. And but her mom lives close too. And, you know, it's a good triangular relationship. So that's a little bit about me and my family and so forth. And one of the things, having a daughter who's a little bit older, she's getting ready to actually fly the coop here pretty soon. But one of the things that's been really helpful to help incorporate with my journey, and I know I'm skipping around here, but maybe this might elicit some questions. With her being 25, when I started OptiFast, one of the things, and of course this journey, we sat down with her, and I told my husband it'd be really helpful, if she did the cooking. So if she took care of lunch and dinners for you, my husband, and herself. And then also too, because she is getting ready to fly the coop, if she took on the financial responsibility for preparing those meals too, because as we all know, it's not like you just move out and you have to take on all these new expenses. So it was pretty good way to kind of get her in training for what those kind of expenses are. And it's worked out awesome, really, really well. And he's had great meals. He'll text me every day, oh my gosh, this chicken she made yesterday is incredible. And it's like, great, I'm so happy. And then now she's still cooking, even though I'm eating regular food to a degree. And I just you know, I'll pick at the food that she eats, you know, whatever she makes. It's really, really good. So she's learned how to cook. She understands the financial responsibility and also the preparation that needs to go into, you know, preparing for a family. So even though it's just her and her dad. Let's see, what else? I have some video thoughts that I wanted to get into. It was interesting. A little Aussie male did a great video the other day, kind of about, well, I'll go into that in another, but going from being visible to invisible, well, I'm going to say it this way. My experience from going from being visible and being a normal weight to being invisible, and that feeling of what that felt like as I put on weight and people started acknowledging me less. And I'm talking about typically strangers and so forth. And now that I'm taking weight off again, becoming visible again, and how interesting this transition has been. Just, you know, we're human beings, and I do give people a lot of slack and benefit of the doubt. I know my husband lost 40 pounds, and I get it. I mean, I see him and I'm like, wow, he looks awesome. He looks great. You know, we joke around a little bit, and I probably show him maybe a little bit more attention in different ways. And so it was just really interesting. I was slim when I was younger, or slimmer. And then when I was about 26 is when I really started putting on weight. And just that feeling of being seen as, and I don't want to sound fat-headed here, but being seen as attractive to not as appealing during my heightened weight, and then maybe being a little bit more appealing now to the public. It's really been interesting and eye-opening, and I just really try not to take it personal, because I think it's human nature. And I've had situations during my time of my severe obesity where people have been mean and said things, and I've had embarrassing moments. It was interesting. Some of you may have seen my, I'm going to make this quick, but a picture of me from a conference I attended last week. And I've attended this conference for, gosh, the last 10 years, and I met a group of friends there a couple years ago, and we get together every year at this conference, and we usually meet for lunch about once or twice a year. Well, a couple of years ago, we went to lunch, and we went to this place called Opa in Aliso Viejo, and anyways, they wanted to sit outside because it was a beautiful day, and so we went to go sit outside, and I could not fit in the chair, and they had to pull one of those high table chairs up for me to be able to sit down. Everyone else is sitting in a standard chair, and I just played it off as if it's no big deal, didn't bother me. I mean, what am I going to do? I already felt I was dying inside, but I was happy on the outside, and that just wasn't the case. But I mean, what am I going to do, right? It's my truth. It was my truth. And so anyways, when I went to this conference last week, I haven't seen a lot of these people since I've, lost this significant amount of weight. And before also too at this conference, I used to spend extremely large amounts of money to sit in a seat closer to the front because there were bigger chairs with a table. And so this year they raised the price on those seats $1,000. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please. I hope I can fit into a normal chair this year because I do not want to spend that kind of money. And I think I can do it. So anyways, I went there and I saw my friends. And actually at first, one of my friends looked right through me. She did not recognize me, which was really strange. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. We're looking right at each other. We're about, 10 feet apart. And I'm like, wow, she's looking right through me. Hi. And I waved to her and she turned around. I'm like, whoa, this is kind of crazy. So anyways, long story short, my friend who saw me, I was sitting in my chair. She's like, oh my gosh, look at you. She took the picture of me. And she said, do you remember that time that we went to Opa? And I said, absolutely. And I couldn't fit in the chair. She's like, and she started crying and I started crying. So it was just a nice jubilatious moment. So anyways, you guys, I'm getting long. I have my party pants on. I'm ready to have fun at OH. And I'm sure that hopefully there'll be pictures and videos and so forth that go on. Love you guys. Have a wonderful week and a great weekend. And I will see you soon. And again, if you have any questions for myself and my husband, please comment below. I will start getting them together. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.